This is the Hansen Electric Standing Fan. It's actually one of the cheapest standing electric fan available right now. And I'm going to drop a link in the description, so in case you want to get it for yourself after watching this video and seeing what I have to say about it. So I'm going to do the unboxing, I'm going to do the fixing, and we're also going to test it out. So it's going to be a lengthy video, but it's just so that I can be able to cover necessary things you need to know about this standing fan, and know if it's something that will be good for you to get. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, because I also drop videos on gadgets like this. Let's get right in. Okay, so let's look at things you're going to get in the box. Sorry, it's like this. I've already opened it just to confirm it when I got it. So first of all, you get a manual. Just very, very simple manual-like stuff. Then inside the carton, you get this stand. This is the stand. I believe not that strong, but it's good enough. Then you also get this floor stand. This is the floor stand where you keep it on the floor and you put this one on it. Then the next thing you get here is the cage for the fan. This is the cage for the fan. It has this net-like feeling to it. So I think this net fan will actually be very, very durable as it's net. Then the next thing we are looking at here is the blade itself. Oh, this blade looks very, very fragile. Like very, very fragile. I just hope it will last, but the blade looks very, very fragile. But the other parts of the body are looking very okay. Then this is the motor, the head that powers everything. And yeah, it's looking solid. From here, it has a normal voltage of 220 to 240. Rating power 65 watts. So it consumes 65 watts. Then you have this cable that is a bit long enough for you to connect it to where you want to connect it. Then you have the normal 3-level switch here. And that's basically all you get in the carton with a sticker. There's a sticker by the side. I don't know what is this, but I think it's just a sign of original or something, but there's a sticker I saw inside. And I think that's all. That's all you get in the carton. Let's do the coupling real quick. So one thing you notice when you're doing the coupling here is that you're going to notice that there are some few nuts here. And these nuts, you need to be able to actually lose them so that you can be able to couple it down here to the leg. So let's do that real quick. And then I'll need to place this stuff well so that it will match. Once it's matching, all I just have to do is take the nuts and place them well. So I place them well and push it inside. Push it inside. And the stand is actually very, very, like, the floor stand is actually very, very strong. So it's now to turn the back of it and screw the whole stuff. Our advice, since it's actually like falling off, then you should do it opposite. So if you do this one, you do this one. If you do this one, you do this one. Okay, so now we need to fix the head. If you notice, there's this space here to fix it in. So we need to push it in here. And once you push it in here, now first of all, don't forget that you can unscrew this and extend this. Very, very important. You can unscrew and extend it. So let's just fix this here real quick. So make sure you push it in. Once you have pushed it in, you notice that there's a space for another screw here. But for some reason, unknown to me, so there's no other screw available in the carton. I don't know if this is how they do it for all their products, but there's no second screw, because somewhere here, I don't know if you can see this, there's a hole here I'm supposed to screw something in, but there's no, chance for it. Although this thing is holding tight, but you still need to get that screw in there. Very, very important. Now, once you have put to the head level like this, there's something you will notice. This first net is supposed to go at the back of this head, this whole head motor. So what we are going to do, obviously, is we will need to lose out this place so that we can be able to put the net at the back of it. So now we'll need to lose this knot so that we can put the first net here. So once we have loosed this first knot, then the next thing now is to put in the net. We need to make sure that we place the net at where those knots are supposed to be. Now make sure you tight it by like opposite. Don't just do it like this, but 1, 2, 3, 4. So you just get this one halfway in, not fully in. Then you get the second part. Reasons of tying it this way is so that you will have these screws well balanced. So we are done with this. Then the next thing is to put in the blade. Now if you notice this blade, you notice this line here. So all we just need to do is to look at this fan and notice also these two stuffs here, and try to fit it in well. Let it go into that line. If it doesn't move well, you bring it out and place it well. Make sure you fit it into that line well. Yes, and once it's in, you notice it's in, then you get the cover. Now this one goes anti-clockwise this way, so it doesn't go clockwise. So you make sure you tight it well. And yeah, our fan is actually spinning already. Now the last part is to cover the fan. What we need to do is, if you notice on the fan, some metallic things here that you can open. So you just open all the sides. Then there's one last one here that is not open. It's just where you actually position it well. This is where you position it well. And then once you have positioned it well there, then you close these things. Make sure you close these things then. Yes, close it. Close it. Lock it in place. Make sure you lock it in place well so that you won't have any problem in the future. So now everything is being locked in place. Now what is left is to test out the fan. So normally the fan has 3 levels so that you can be able to select from. So now is the moment of truth, and yeah. Okay. So it has this feature where it can turn by itself. You can turn it off here at the back of it. You can be able to turn it off. Let's listen to the sound. I don't know if you can hear anything. Very, very quiet. Very, very silent. And you can increase the levels to 2, to 3. So you see when it gets to 3, very, very loud. So the fan takes about 65 watts in total. And yeah, very, very good. My final take on this fan is not actually bad. For the price of 17,500, that's around $10 plus, $10, $11 for this fan. It's not actually bad. The only place I feel like is not strong is the blade inside, but provided this net is covering it, I believe it to be strong enough. Then I also noticed that they didn't provide the screwdriver that you're supposed to hold this head in place with this iron, but you know, it's able to carry it like this due to the whole thing. Then the wire is not actually the longest normally, but I think it can serve you a bit. Then I also like the fact that you can extend the length. So you can actually extend the length and reduce the length. Then has this ability to turn around and stuff like that. It has 3 levels. So I feel like it's a good fan. It's actually silent if you use it at level 1 or level 2. It's actually very silent. And let me know if you'll be getting something like that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's your boy Collins Concept. I will see you in the next one.